So it says vintage interiors and clothing. Look, I love that. From crop to shop. There's a little one who's got a messy head. Hello. Right, so questions about relationships. We get asked the same questions all the time by people, so we thought we'd address those today. Hi there and welcome back to a new vlog. We thought we would take you along with us. We've just decided to go on a spontaneous little trip out. We fancy a little bit of a drive and a bit of a coffee, and I found on Google Maps a farm shop that's got a little deli, it's got a cafe, it's got a vintage shop, it's just got a little bit of everything there. It's in the country and it looks absolutely beautiful. So we fancy going out and exploring and having a look, and we thought you might fancy a nose as well, so we thought we'd bring you along with us. So we have no idea what this place is going to be like, but go and head out and have a look together. Where we're going, White Row Farm Shop, and it's got a little bit of everything here. There's a sign for Lark Vintage Interiors and Clothing. I'm intrigued. Looks like it's got a big play area. So there's a big play area out here. This would be cool in the summer. I can see piglets. Oh, that's so cute. There's so much here. This is really cool, isn't it? Have you seen what's over here? You can smell the food and you can smell the farm. Look, Aid. Oh, you think when we had little ones, this would have been so much fun? There's some chickens over here. Oh, it's actually really muddy, isn't it? I wanted to go over and see the pigs, but we can't. It's a bit muddy. Little chickens. Yeah, they are. Yeah. It's like a proper working farm here as well, doesn't it? Right, so this must be the farm shop. I think we're going to go for coffee first, aren't we? It looks a big farm shop actually, doesn't it? No, let's go and have a coffee first. I don't know, that's a good question. Please remove muddy boots. It's open till 4. Okay. Oh, it's got chip shop, gift shop is till 5. Should we go in here first then? Coffee shop actually closes first, so we're gonna go and have a coffee first. It's got a chip shop here. I think it's got deli, hasn't it? It's got all sorts here by the looks. Special sport. Is that chicken bacon Caesar salad and sweet chili beef? That sounds nice with noodles. Malteser cake, the fruit and almond looks nice. I think I'm going to go for that. It's brownies, bread and butter pudding as well. This is way more than just a cafe, isn't it? They've got a special Valentine's menu with... You're having golden chips? We've only come for coffee and cake. I know, it smells amazing in here. This place is so cool, and the prices are really reasonable as well, aren't they? They do breakfasts as well in the mornings. Oh, they do afternoon tea. We've got lasagna at home. I didn't think we were eating out. Oh, they serve alcohol as well if you come for an evening meal. They've got their own tiles as well. Look, they've got the W for the farm name, and they've got carrots. That's so sweet. I really, really like it in here. I was saying that I think these little booths look like pigsties. This is such a cute place. These just come out, it smells lovely. So I've got fruit and almond cake. I'm thinking it might be like a Bakewell tart, maybe that's what I'm expecting, but with more fruit. And then decaf coffees, and Aid went for the brownie. That looks a chunky brownie. Big restaurant, isn't it? Oh, there's the little coffee shop through there. That's where we're heading now. Lark at the farm. So there's outdoor seating here as well. There's lots of space here, isn't there? It's all this like, oh, it's like a log fire in there as well. Twinkly lights. You've got another play area. It's definitely geared up for families. Oh, look. So it says vintage interiors and clothing. Look at this. I love anything like this. I love baskets as well. I really like this. I wonder, I hope it's not really tiny. Oh, that's a good size rosemary bush. £35 for that. It's a lot of money, isn't it? Let's go and see what they've got inside. There's some really cool stuff in here. I like these bits. We didn't film much in there. We actually ended up chatting. I like this as well, actually, Aid. This case here. Everything seems to be in our colours at the moment. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Decent amount of parking. Lots of tables here, so you can get the. Oh, this is the cafe. I wonder if that's where we should have had our coffee then. It's a massive place, isn't it?
It is big.
Yeah. Right. Oh, this is the gift shop. So is that different to the deli?
No, I think this is it.
Is it? Is it all the same shop?
Yeah. Because it goes through.
Oh, okay. Oh, so do we go through? Oh, yeah, it says this side. Okay. Let's go and see what this place is like. Oh, sorry, I bashed you with my bag. Oh, all the spring things are out. Little look. The gift shop was actually tiny. I'm going to have a look at the deli. Oh, look at these oranges. They look fancy. There's just something about seeing fruit and veg displayed like this, isn't there? Homegrown vegetables. That looks so nice. I love that. From crop to shop. Actually a range of bread dipping oils. That's such a good idea. What have you seen?
Rapeseed oil.
We love dipping our bread. Oh, that one's garlic, oregano and balsamic. I bet that one's a nice one. This is my kind of pick and mix.
Chilies.
We've got some chilies. This is so beautifully displayed, isn't it? Pastas look so nice. What kind of pasta would you choose? I like that one. Aid, which one would you choose? Got an olive bar. Looking at all the different cheeses. We've got herb and garlic. The cheddar gorge, that's not far from here. A good slosh of port. We've got cider garlic and chives. There's all sorts. At Glastonbury, we weren't fussed with that one, were we? It's some deli counter, isn't it? These are all homemade. It's a timbal. Is it say timbal?
It looks like it.
That's so cool. That tortilla looks so nice. Have you seen the fish? This is really impressive, isn't it? Big sausage roll there, pork pie. You can see what cakes they've got. That looks like cheesecake there. So, oh, there's that. So I wouldn't recommend that. That's what I've just had. It was a bit flavourless. Bakewell tart might be better. It's a good gluten-free range here. Looks like usually there's bread as well, but we're a bit later in the day, so it looks like we've missed all the fresh bread. But it looks like usually there's quite a nice collection. These, there's all frozen things. But look, you can do it. You think that's like...
Yeah.
Pick and mix again, isn't it? Diced onions. Look, Yorkshire puddings, hash browns. There's loads. Mac and cheese bites. Oh my god, and there's veggies as well. I've never seen that before. That's so cool, all frozen. Come out the store and the piggies are out. I thought there were some young ones in there. Oh, look at him trying to walk through the mud. They're sinking. Oh, look, there's Mummy Pig. Oh. Oh, it's so sweet. My nan kept pigs when we were younger. Nanny loved the smell of pigs. So we often used to go and visit the pig farm when we were older. In the village. Oh, they're so lovely. A little sound they make. Can you hear them walking through the mud?
I'm trying to get out of the mud.
Oh, they're so sweet. There's that one who's got a messy head. Hello. Hi, beautiful. Oh, I think she's a girl pig. Oh, maybe to say hello. Oh, that one's having a good scratch over there. They are so sweet. I can't believe how many piglets she's got. Hello. He wants his nose scratched, Aid. Oh, that's so cute. Those little curly tails. Following day, and we thought we'd just have a little bit of a chat with you after our date.
Hello.
Afternoon. It wasn't really a date afternoon, we just had enough of work and wanted to leave the house for an hour. An hour or two. Yeah, we've got Valentine's coming up, so we thought we'd have a chat about that. Aid's on washing up duty. I'm drying up. We have a dishwasher here and we never think to use it. I've got some stuff in there, we could have just loaded it.
We can if you want. Oh, let's leave them then.
Okay.
That's partway through anyway.
Alright then. Yeah, so we thought we'd just have a little chat about Valentine's Day, relationships, answer some questions that we get asked a lot as well. So, Valentine's. Do you celebrate Valentine's? Do you do anything? We don't. We've never done Valentine's actually, have we?
No, we haven't actually, not really.
No. But we spend all day, every day together, so we don't feel the need to be honest, do we?
No, I also think as well with Valentine's, and same with a lot of, should we say, occasions, a lot of things, prices just bumped up to make more money for one day, which could realistically be any day. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, does it?
No, I have to say though, the menu in the farm shop where we just were in the cafe looked very nice for Valentine's Day. It was quite tempting.
Don't get me wrong, it could be that if that's perfect for someone and that works, that's excellent. Just for us, I think we have, although we have a busy life, we do obviously do things together a lot.
Every day.
So for us, we just never really have we? So
No, that's true.
It's the same for us with anniversaries, isn't it? We don't
we
really
don't do anniversaries, we don't.
Our holidays are our...
Yeah, that's true actually.
Yes,
that's what we make an effort for.
our gifts as such.
That's very true. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you and hear if you do anything for Valentine's, if you celebrate it. I used to do it with the kids. I used to always do them like a little treat at breakfast, didn't I? When they were little. They used to enjoy that. Yeah. Right, so questions about relationships. We get asked the same questions all the time by people, so we thought we'd address those today. So one of the questions, which has been going on for ages and ages and ages, is about how do we manage to work together and live together and spend all day together and get on so well?
I don't know.
Well, firstly, I was going to say we haven't always got on so well, so we'll address that in a bit.
We have always got on, but there's
been times.
Life has been challenging, should we say, and I think that has a big effect, but then that can, I think, also help things as well.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate things when things are good, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so what do you think? Do you feel it's easy living and working with me all the time?
Well, I guess we're just sort of used to it. I mean, we've done it, sorry, I keep having my back turned, so we've done it for years, but not in the way since we've moved.
No.
Because before we moved, we had our own, obviously, separate workspace. Mine definitely was completely separate. You would never come in there.
No, I didn't go in the office at all. Horrible space.
But you had your lovely space downstairs and everything like that. And when I say lovely, so it was nice. It was perfect for you, wasn't it? For your creation of that.
Space, my studio.
But to be honest, it was nice because if we wanted to have lunch together, we did want to pop out or anything, we could do.
But we could go all day and not see each other, couldn't we?
Yeah, so realistically, we were there, but it could be we were completely separate.
Is the kettle a bad idea? I was going to make a quick cup of tea. I'll put it on in a minute.
Yeah, it's probably bad. It's still making noise now.
It's gone off now. Oh, look at the water you've made.
It's you.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's everywhere.
It's probably you. Look, it's all around where you're drying up.
I think you're splashing.
I think since we moved, we've been probably even more time together because we actually now share an office space. I think, do you know what though, the key I think to how that works is probably how everything has worked, and that is compromise.
We haven't really had to compromise. I suppose
No, but
if
it is
you're...
no, can I just, with compromise, what I mean...
It's planning as well.
Well, that's what I mean. When I mean by compromise, it doesn't mean someone like back down to something, it's the fact of you might have a Zoom call.
That's what I was
So it's a case of, okay, right, well I understand that. I compromise and I sometimes might come in here on the rare occasion, or you might video edit, so you put your headphones in.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by compromise. It's working with each other, isn't it? So
definitely.
maybe that's the best way of saying
it. That's the same in life all the time, though.
But that's what I was going to say.
Communication.
I was going to say working with each other is the best thing. I think there can be some frustration sometimes. You get frustrated with me, I think, in regards to things like cooking.
I don't.
As in lack of cooking.
No, just sometimes if I'm tired.
That's what I mean. It's the fact that if you've had a long day and I may have sort of finished, I don't automatically think, well, I could do dinner. My
biggest thing is when I'm poorly. Like, I had a really bad cold a couple of weeks ago and I felt so lousy, and I was still doing the cooking. And I did think it would be so nice to be cooked for.
We've spoken about this today, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've given a challenge to each other.
Oh no, I hate my part of the challenge.
Right.
You've got the nicer part of the challenge.
Well, in some ways, but then I feel rubbish about it as well, because not something comes naturally for me. So, yeah. For me, it's
share the challenge.
For me, it is to actually cook more. Maybe sort of, I know it might sound a great deal kind of thing, but at least once a week. But I want to start to become more confident. I have done it before. It's maybe not been expansive as you, but I think I feel because Lisa will just throw anything together. If something's not quite right, she knows what to do. Whereas for me, I wouldn't have a clue. So I'd like to be a bit like that. But on Lisa's side of it is, she has to start driving again.
I sat in the car last week.
Yeah.
I reversed on the driveway and I hated it.
But
it's because I haven't driven on automatic and it scares me.
Right, questions here, please.
No, I know you're going to say it's easier, but it's...
No, I want to ask people what they think.
I don't want to discuss it, actually. I feel really sensitive about driving. I don't want to talk about it.
But that's the challenge, though.
I know.
Yeah?
I know.
What if you needed to drive me somewhere?
I know.
You said that the other day.
I know, if you were having a stroke or a heart attack, you'd probably die because I wouldn't want to get in the car and drive it.
No.
I would if it was a gear. I'd drive a gear car.
But there's paddles in the back.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but this is for you.
I don't want to talk about it.
I reckon we've got to do our challenge each. Yeah?
It's easier for you. You could do a jacket potato in the microwave when your challenges, don't you? You could make a sandwich.
No, not a sandwich. I'm talking about dinners.
You could make a pot noodle.
No, I'm talking proper dinners. Yeah?
Anyway.
Compromise.
I was going to say the key, I think, to a good relationship is communication. Talking. We're both very good at talking.
Yeah. And I think...
The key to a good relationship is not having a drippy tap.
I think... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say before you had that moment with the tap.
Communication.
Communication. We both talk. I guess also it helps the fact that we have common interests.
Yeah, that's true. But we never used to when we started. Our interests have developed. We didn't have Disney when we first started.
No, but what was more meaning, we generally pretty much like the same thing to watch on TV. There's lots of friends that we know that don't, and
like
we know
all the crap that I like. The only thing
I've come to like all the crap.
I don't watch sport.
No, and I don't really watch loads. No, compared to what some people would be, some people will sit and would be on all day. Yeah.
But again, it comes down to communication though, because each week he lets me know when the football's on or if something else, and then I plan around that. I might arrange a craft Zoom with my girlfriends or
if there's something you're doing, then it gives me the opportunity to know that I can plan.
Yeah, so we're good at that.
So we still do things separately. I think the biggest thing we need to learn to do is do more things separately. Well, you know what I mean with that, don't you? No? Well, make sure we still have those kind of separate interests.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess
because, for example, there's some things I don't really sort of...
You'd like to do gaming again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd like to... I've got I actually plugged my PlayStation back in, but also I used to build my own gaming PCs. and I've actually got one to build, but I haven't built it.
And you've got your Princess Lego castle to build.
Yes.
And your Haunted Mansion to build.
Yes, and my diner to build.
You've got so much Lego to build.
And my Technic Lego, I've got a truck as well.
And I've got my journaling, my scrapbooking. I'm going to make a cup of tea. Do you fancy a cup of tea?
Yeah, should we finish this washing up?
Yeah, and then we'll get back on because I wanted to do some more chatting.
So just a summary, Valentine's, we probably won't be doing anything particular, but we might do something beforehand.
We're going on a nice day out tomorrow, actually. See, this is something else. This is what I wanted to talk about, actually. I'm going to make a cup of tea and we'll sit down and carry on chatting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to talk about relationships, actually. And I think one of the biggest things I've taken from having been married before...
Yep.
And obviously separated, having parents that separated, the big thing in common was that nobody spent time together. I remember my mum saying that. We were going on holiday. We went to LA, didn't we, to California in 2013, and we left the kids between your parents and my mum.
Yep.
And I remember crying at the airport. I just felt so guilty. It was a week. And it was actually to do with work as well. I was going on a work trip and I was crying at the airport down the phone to my mum, and my mum said to me, "Don't feel guilty." She said, "You're doing the best thing for your kids." She said, "I wish I'd have spent time with your dad." She said, "If we'd have actually spent the time that you two have," she said, "that maybe we wouldn't have split up." And that's something that I think, because we got together, the kids were really, really young. We never had that dating before they were together. So we've always had to make an effort to spend time together. Like we'd have date evenings, wouldn't we? When the kids went to bed and things like that. So we've always had to make a conscious effort.
And I think that's kind of continued over time as well.
It's become a bit of a habit, really, isn't it?
And also now there's something more recently that we said to ourselves with moving, we wanted to have, you wouldn't believe at the moment, but a slower pace of life. We've probably been working more than we ever have. I mean, for example, we were both both working through to almost just 8 o'clock just a short while ago, which seems to be quite common. I mean, you work very long hours anyway, but I've been working more. You've
been working a lot more lately, but we're sat next to each other at the desk as well.
Yeah, but it's making that conscious effort that you've got to take a step back. You cannot do that the whole time, and I think we've both been under the weather recently, and I have a feeling that's the reason possibly why. Is because we're not giving ourselves that kind of R&R. And I think it's important that we kind of do take that step back, even if it's just to go out for a coffee or for whatever. It's like, for example, tomorrow we're planning to do something just to explore.
Go for a drive.
Have a few hours,
coffee.
no real plan, but coffee, cake, something to eat, that type of thing. But I think it's important to have that time. It could be we decide to do that at home another time. So I think what we're really saying, although we're here together all the time, we're spending time together, it's also important to actually do things outside of like just being at home.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We can be at home, can't we? We've said before we'd love to actually sit down and watch movies all day.
You think about it, you recharge yourself for your own health. In some ways you should recharge your relationship as well. It's almost like taking a step back. You do need to make time in a relationship, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
It's really important.
And again, that can also be down to compromise. It could be some people like one particular thing.
That's true.
Somebody might like something else. So maybe even sort of you take turns in what you do. For example, if someone really loves going to the cinema, you're not a fan of the cinema.
No.
I enjoy it. Would you come to the cinema?
Yeah, I have done.
If it's the right movie.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go see Star Wars, would you?
I would, but I would fall asleep. That's when you go with Louis, though. When you go with him. So. It just
seems your get out clause, isn't it?
It's a waste of money for me to go to the cinema. But you're not spending time together either.
No, you're not. I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we like our walking.
I think what more I'm saying is the fact that regardless how busy you are, and we all probably do have busy lives, make time for each other. I think that's, I guess, as a summary, make time for each other. Doesn't have to be going out spending money. Can just be actually just doing something you haven't done before.
We take a cup of tea to bed every single night. We always, I think that's another thing. It's amazing speaking to friends, how many people don't go to bed at the same time. We always do that. We always go and we take a cup of tea and we watch TV together, don't we, and chat?
Apart from one night a year.
One night a year, and that's tomorrow night.
Sunday night.
Is it Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Go on.
Super Bowl.
That's the only night. And you come to bed about 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yes, and then I'm up at work normally at 7.
You've got half a day though this
I
time.
have booked some time. I'll probably be up working anyway, but even though when I come, I don't tend to really sleep, do I? Then I just start going for the next day.
Yeah.
So.
But you like it, don't you?
I do, yeah. I kind of get my snacks out. I've done it every year for years, haven't I?
You have.
And it's one thing that I do enjoy, kind of like first one in this house as well. So that's going to be
That's true.
different. Where will I put my snacks?
To get a cool bag for your drinks in the sitting room.
Another fridge. Have we got enough?
We were also talking before about when you do go through difficult times, because like we have done. I think as well when you've got kids, I think it's the most stressful time. You're shattered, you're pushed, you're juggling everything. It's really hard work, isn't it?
And I think also, we spoke about this the other day as well, that we have kind of done it almost in reverse. We've got that time now that normally when people get together, they have. A lot of people might say it's that honeymoon period. And then when kids do come along, things do change. Life does change. And I think if you are used to having that time as a couple, that can then be different as well, can't it?
Yeah.
That can provide its sort of challenges.
Yeah, that's true.
And also you think, for example, I'm not saying you had a single life, but when you're a couple, I really appreciate it now because of not having young kids. And it makes such a difference. I remember when we were first able to do it, it's a case of we can actually go out, or we don't have to worry about being somewhere or needing to give a lift somewhere.
Yeah, it's strange. Be home for a certain time.
Yeah, it's almost like it's something new.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to throw one more question at you. The question we get asked loads and loads and loads. How did we meet?
Across a room. Our eyes met.
Across a treadmill.
It was actually we used to go to the same gym together, but for years knew of you to say hello to.
I didn't know your name for a very long time, many years.
I didn't know yours either.
No, I know you well. I don't know that.
It was literally someone I said hello to, and that was it.
Just the same as you say hello to other people in the gym.
And I don't quite know what, why, how, where, or anything. So
it was many years later though, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry, it's really that boring.
Yeah, sorry.
And I guess it just sort of
no juicy stories or anything. What do they call it? It's in The Holiday, a meet cute. We don't have a story like that, do we?
No.
Just became friends and that was it?
Yeah, I think it just, so sorry, it's not really very that sort of exciting. So
anyway, let us know how you met your partner, how long you've been together. Are you doing Valentine's? We'd love to hear from you, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
But I think communication is the key to any good relationship, no matter what kind of relationship it is. Communication.
Yeah, I think it then promotes kind of a togetherness. I mean, I know we've got a lot of common interests, but then there's no reason if you do have different interests that you can still do things together. Make the effort. I think a lot of it, again, an effort. I think it's making that time and effort for each other. And compromise as well. So it's a case of just think if you were the other person about what they may well be feeling as well. I think we can be very sort of self-centered sometimes, can't we? So
yeah, that's true. And we will keep you updated on the challenge. I'm sorry that I don't want to talk about it. It's my very sensitive subject, isn't it?
But whilst we're here, please, any comments about driving an automatic?
No,
yes.
Leave me alone.
Yes, anyone who's with me on that one. That
don't,
wants,
it is my real
I get
sensitive
that. I'm trying to do it as a sort of installing confidence here. Anyone please, just words of confidence who have driven automatics. Would they say they're pleased they have, and would they go back to a manual?
I don't even like being a passenger these days. It makes me nervous.
Walk everywhere then. There's your answer.
Right, we're going to finish this up.
Yes.
And have a lovely Valentine's next week. Have a lovely weekend. And we will see you on Sunday with a new weekend vlog. We're doing lots of new things in the house. So we're sharing that all with you on Sunday. Take care. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Bye.